My name is Leela and welcome to my kitchen. So Halloween is just around the corner and I thought I'd show everyone how I carve my pumpkin. So let's go ahead and get started. Now for the little pumpkins, I've just drawn the faces on using a black Sharpie. And where did I get my inspiration from? From my little punches. So that one's that one, and I'm going to do another one. It's going to have that face on it. And there are my 3 little pumpkins, which I drew from the little punches that I had. I bought this giant pumpkin, which is pretty dirty, so I figured I will wash off the back of this and try and get all this dirt off of it. My potato scrubber. So now that my pumpkin is fairly clean, I'm just going to pat it dry with some paper towels. So now the first thing that I want to do is cut off this top, and I want to make a cut big enough to put my hand in so I can dig out all of the gook from inside. And I like to do this in the sink simply because it saves me a mess. So I'm just going to cut through, and you need a really big sharp knife to do this. Ooh. And I want to cut all the way around like this. Now, inside you have the pulp and the seeds, and I like to separate the seeds out while I'm pulling out the pulp. Now here I have a bowl for my seeds, and the pulp I'm just going to place into the sink. So I just want to take my hand in and dig out the inside like this. And then I just separate out the seeds as best that I can because I'm going to wash them before I roast them. And just place the pulp in the sink to be discarded. Or you could use it for a pie or something else. And you want to keep doing this until your pumpkin is clean on the inside. Now once you've gotten out all that you can with your hands, I just like to take a spoon and kind of scrape the sides and get off any kind of extra pumpkin that was left in there, like this. And once it's fairly clean inside, we can start carving. Now to carve my pumpkin, I want to pick out which side is the best, or what kind of face do I want. Well, this side's been in the dirt, so I don't really want that. And so I just kind of turn it, and I think I'm going to go with this side here as my surface. Then I'm going to use a pencil and just draw an outline of the face that I want to make. Now it's a bit hard to see with the pencil. As you can see, I've drawn in the eyes and the mouth. So I'm going to now trace it with a black magic marker. Now when you're drawing this with the black magic marker, you want to make sure that you're not going to draw over a part that's not going to get cut out. So right here, I have a tooth. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So instead of drawing a straight line across for my mouth, I'm just going to come down and draw my tooth in, like that. Because I don't want to, otherwise they'll have the black line there. And now that I have my face, I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to start cutting out the eye. And you want to cut outside of the black line like this. And you want to make sure to cut all the way through the pumpkin. And keep cutting until all of this is cut around. Now curves are the hardest to do, and it just takes a little patience. There. Now once you have the whole outline cut out, you can just cut the center out of the piece like this. I break it up so that it's easier to pull out. This one wants to stick for some reason. But sometimes. And once you get that first piece out, then the rest of it's easier to get out, because then you can just kind of pull it. And you may have to break it up into pieces. To pull it out like this. So now once you have those pieces out, you just want to clean it up by kind of trimming off all the excess pumpkin like this. And there you have your first eye of the pumpkin. And you want to just continue this for the rest of the pumpkin face. And once the face is pretty cleaned out, I'm just going to stand it on its side and then kind of just get rid of any kind of things that are hanging down on the inside of the pumpkin, like these little things here, so that it doesn't affect your lighting when you go to put the light in it. And kind of smooth it out with your finger. Yes. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Whoop. And now I'm ready to put the top on it. So I have this little tea light candle, and you can find these in most dollar stores or grocery stores. And I'm just going to place that down into the center. And then I'm going to place the top on. Now I'm not going to light this until tonight. Oops. I'm going to figure out which way it goes. There. And I'll take a picture of it then. But there you have my little pumpkin.